Hello, Vancy. Hello. Yeah, I'm gonna start soon. Um, I'll actually start right now. ACC. No, actually desktop. Uh, yep. Okay. Anyway, I wonder what's the quality gonna be today, because I tried to go for slightly, only slightly higher bitrate. So there will be some frame loss, but there's gonna be no driving. I know some may like it, some may don't. Um, Anyway, is the live stream live? It should be public. Yes, it is public. Okay, I was just wondering. I know that I'm gonna try to keep my headset as close to my head, because like today I don't have my headset on my head, so it sounds weird. I'm gonna like buy. First of all, I'm gonna buy headphones, because like headphones I use are pretty shitty anyway, and I'm gonna also try to uh, they're gonna be with microphone, of course. So that will probably help a lot. Anyway, let's go back to the livery. So I want to do a livery for an AOR, and I was thinking about some baby blue because it's a nice color with white. So for actual vision, I made this. Yes. Uh, Also, if I'm gonna speak louder like that, I'm gonna try. It should be better. Uh, like during coaching, is the same. Uh, so it's like in-game livery, but modified a bit. So I would like to do the same with this, or some kind of blue-white combination. I'm yet to see. I'm gonna play with that, and add some details, even more than those. Some different front end. I'm gonna talk about it. Some logos here and there. Um, redesign it a bit. Um, I'm not really that good at that stuff, but I like it because the end result is really satisfying. Like this actually didn't took that much to do because it's super simple. I mean, it's like, whoops, not this one. It's like this in-game livery. That's just in-game livery, and then with few touches, just few. Uh, Hello, Atta. Hello. Also, how cool is having two screens? Because now I have a monitor, and I can use my laptop as a second screen, so I can have Streamlabs and chat on the other side. That's really really cool. Hello. I was you know what? I was thinking about dark blue, but I don't really want a dark blue. I want a light color. Although I was also thinking about some combination. Like, first of all, I don't like black wheels, but sometimes they work. Um so if for black wheels, I'm going always satin metallic for Porsche at least. I don't think glossy works on that car. How does, like, for example, this car? No, not this car. Some car from maybe GPX. Yeah, GPX has black wheels, and you can see they're like, yeah, they're satin metallic. I don't know why. If you can look at this wheel, like there are no buggy and weird stuff on the edges right here. And the problem with Porsche, at least that I discovered, is that if you want to make black wheels, you probably can't see that because it's really low quality. I'll try to keep image statics so it's gonna look nice. So you know, there's nothing buggy. This is how it should be. But if you try to make a wheel black uh, in the editor, even like super black, there are some weird stuff right here. Those lines that are coming through, like they are between like the edges of the ring, you know, and they look super weird, and they ruin the whole thing. You can mitigate that by using some lighter gray, like something like this, but it's still there. But of course, then if you go with like something really light like this one, which I have on many liveries, then you just don't see it. But 208 is POG. This is the most POG color for the rims for the Porsche, in my opinion, because it's as close as possible to what it has stock, and it's but you like look the stock wheels on the car that are on many liveries is this one, but you can't pick it on you know here. It doesn't exist, but the closest one is 208, and this is the difference. It's like slightly more saturated, but this doesn't exist anywhere in the in the color picker. Let's call it. Actually, if Punky is watching that, I need to tell that to Punky because that's so annoying. I don't like black wheels anyway, so like I just like cars with light wheels, uh, light color, bright color wheels. But this is so annoying sometimes. Uh, this black stuff on some liveries just looks shit. And also, if only we could have colors like this also. Uh, anyway, this is close enough. Uh, anyway, back to colors. It's gonna have like 503 accents. That's no question. It's gonna be there. Like, you know, here GT3R logo is 503, mirrors are 503. There are some details at the back like this. And I was also, and of course the lights, those eyes. Hello. Uh, really? You mean those lines that were on the wheels, or just different colors? Because those really are different colors. But those lines, I think that they are there no matter what. I'm almost sure of it. I'm almost sure of it. It just looks wrong when I look at it. It just looks wrong. Uh, but I think it's still apparent when you're in the game, like on track. Ah yes, ambient sounds there. Amazing.
Green light. Go.
Ah, they are still there, and they are even worse. Look at that. Whoops. What is this? Why? Why? This is so horrible. And it ruins the whole effect because like that wheel suddenly becomes, I don't know, like it has that ring. And I don't like that those rings on the wheels. Like overall, I hate any like those kind of rings on the tires. They look horrible in my opinion. They make the whole wheel smaller. They make the tire look really bulky and weird, and they just don't work with the rest of the car at all. Especially with a car like a Bentley. It's like with a Bentley. Just look at it. If I would change this and add, by the way, this is my own livery. If I would add here like those rims, like suddenly the rest of the car looks so huge, right? And those wheels are so tiny, and the rest is so massive and heavy, and there's so much like height to it. It seems like visual height, and if you just change it, it goes away, and the whole car is like lighter visually. So don't put those rings on the tires. Just don't. But for example, what I would love, look, Ferrari, for example. Ferrari has that design that sometimes you can paint this thing, but then again, in the editor, you can't change only in the thing in the middle. What changes is the whole thing, even with the ring. Like, for fuck's sake. I would love to change that inside, because sometimes it looks cool with you know, some colors. I know, like satin. Where's satin? Come on. Or matte, like this. Only the inside, or matte red, right? And it would look cool. But that ring ruins everything. And if the rim is like only one color, it fits into the wheel weld a lot better. Anyway, back to the Porsche. Go back to the most fog wheels there are. So 208, and of course satin metallic. Okay, nice. Save that one. And now I'll try to experiment with colors a bit. Although actually not this livery. This livery. The fresh one. This one I'll leave, and I'll use the completely fresh one. So this is just stock livery that's in game, you know, original sponsors. Okay. I think I'm just gonna use this design because it's not necessarily my favorite one, but it's like good base. So I don't want to do a design like from just without being there, without anything being there. Like I don't want to do a carbon car. I just don't. I want to make a car that's like based on a in-game livery and then modify it. So do something like we did for the charity event on SimGrid. This is like this livery, which is just an in-game livery, but just turned up to 11. Did I try 7? What 7? You mean color on the rims? My chat is so delayed, and I'm jumping from one thing to another, so I like don't really know what's happening. But yeah, anyway, let's go back to it. So I was thinking about well, 507 is a nice baby blue color, but like in combination, if it's like alone with white, that's too much. Oh, Scheme 7. I know Scheme 7. I was thinking about Scheme 7, and I think for one AOR or ACR season, I had livery that looked like this. Wait, this 503 and this 23 satin metallic. Yeah, I think for a season of ACR actual vision, I had a livery like this. And also I had this one in black version. I think you can even see it on some thumbnails into my videos. So I had it in black like this, and in silver. But then again, this is just too simple for me, and I would like to do a free color one. And for me, at least it's only for me. But this design only works personally for me with only 2 colors. And if I want to try something that will have 3 colors, it just somehow doesn't work for me, you know. Uh, it just doesn't. Design 6, I don't really like. It's too simple. Like Design 6 will probably work amazing if there was like a big sponsor right here. It would probably work really well. But on Design 5, I absolutely hate this part right here. I just don't like how it looks. I think it doesn't fit the car, and I think if this part right here is like equal color, the car looks a bit nicer. And this paint scheme from the rear, this is really nice. From the rear, this design that I can change a bit, that looks nice. But then I don't really like how front end is. Like, this is like big, structured, and geometrical. And then on the front, you have those 2 things right here that are super tiny, and they are really weird, and they really stand out. And then again, the front is made in the way. I'm gonna redesign it actually. The problem with that paint scheme in the front is that if you're gonna look at, for example, I'm gonna show you on this livery right here. If you look at this, we have a lot of colored stuff here, and I'm gonna do a combination of both. I'm gonna use the default one and then turn it up to 11 like I did with this livery. So it almost looks like it's, totally custom livery, but it actually is modified standard livery. Anyway, what I'm gonna change on the front definitely, because look, there are a lot of horizontal lines. So if you're gonna look at it from the side, you here have those horizontal lines. So they extend the overhang visually extend overhang on the front. And also because this is colored, like there's a lot of like mass to it, you know. So what I do usually, I make this stuff black. So this is a lot lighter, so there is more like visually space here. So those things, those light covers, those are carbon, and then there's like a satin gray something on there. Actually, a lot of like actual liveries are made in that way. If you're gonna look at, I don't know, for example, those Rover Porsches have this in carbon. I think it was the same for Dynamic. I need to actually go to 2019 to show you. Again, Dynamic has it in carbon, those parts, and in all the in-game liveries, this is colored and it just looks weird. But also, if you're gonna take a look at what I did with, for example, the arch of the car, look, the default livery has this, of course, white. I mean, it goes in line with what the design is. But for example, if you add this line right here in the same color as the body color, and this line right here, there's a lot more mass around the tire, and the overhang because of this line is made a lot shorter, and also because there's a horizontal line. No, it's not horizontal. Because there is a vertical line, it makes visually the whole front end a bit higher. Therefore, making the overhang shorter, usually horizontally, right? So if it seems to be higher, then it of course will seem to be shorter, even if it's the same size. So anyway, just because I want to get that look with the short overhang, for example, again, if I'm gonna show you the dynamic motorsport livery, of course this is really complex and complicated right here. Whoa! Oh, that's from Vancy. By the way, did you see, guys, that donations color is 503? uh, Fancy, Fancy, so thank you so much. You're an absolute legend. I cannot thank you enough. Yeah, carbon everywhere. I'm gonna add a lot of carbon. What about orange livery? I want something blue. Orange is gonna go maybe for something good. Maybe for RCI, because there's gonna be RCI Friday Championship. No, wait, for RCA liveries are banned. I might use one anyway, as you know. I think actually for actual vision liveries are also banned, but I make this anyway. I mean, I'm not sharing them with anyone, and we know that if you don't share them, it doesn't make a difference. So, for example, again, here you can see how this yellow lip that's at the bottom, and those vertical lines right here make the front overhang so long. And if I just put it here, if I add a bit of color right here, and if I make this black, like just visually, if you look at the car, that front overhang, whoops, again wrong livery, that front overhang just is visually shorter. And I want to achieve that because look, for example, at that dynamic motorsport livery. It's the same car, but because this is blacked out, and because there are many horizontal lines right here, and of course the black stuff right here isn't like stretched out. It's more like a rectangle, uh, not a line. It again makes this whole space be a bit higher vertically, but it makes visually overhang a bit shorter, which I like. This livery is really nice in how it complements the shape of the car, Uh, anyway, back to the colors. I mean, I can I can do a totally custom design. It's just that I don't want to do it really. Like I did totally custom design. I mean, it's nothing crazy. I did this. That was the very first I did. So that is kind of fully custom. I did. Let me think. Fully custom one. Well, of course, this was an inspiration, but then I did this as fully custom one. Like before even Tim Parker did this livery, that's actually a great story. The same day that Tim Parker showed this livery on their social media, we were doing a 12-hour race. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a livery because I don't have anything to do. And I was like, okay, we're going to Bathurst, so let's take a Bentley's Bathurst livery and let's make it blue because like our car was blue. So I said, okay, I'm gonna do a custom blue livery. And because we were doing it at Bathurst, I thought, okay, so I'm gonna do a blue version of this. And I did this all by myself. And I added some like those little things right here, and I was doing that manually. That was such a waste of time though, because on the very same day or day after, Tim Parker released this on social media. I was like, what? What the hell happened? It was so awkward suddenly seeing a photo of livery that I had in my mind and that I was creating for past 2 days, and then Tim Parker was like showed a photo of this on the track, and I was so confused. I was like, what the hell happened? Because it looks so similarly. Like it has different, of course, kind of blue, and it's literally the same livery as they use in buffers. Just this is metallic and this is glossy. And of course, Tim Parker used those colors, so it's absolutely natural for them to do that. But it was so funny. So anyway, this was the fully custom livery I did. Whoops. Also fully custom livery I did. Oh, for the 720S, we had again me and random call sign were doing a race, so I did this, and I love that livery so much. So many liveries for 720S, of course in game most of them have blacked out top, you know. So if you're gonna, okay, bad example. Also kind of bad example because here you have those lines. But if you're gonna take a look at in-game livery, this is some random livery, not even mine. They all had this satin black top, right? Or this livery, the satin black top. It's not that it looks bad, but I always wanted to make a livery that has color on the top, you know, because the shell of the McLaren is really nice looking. So I did this, and I think it looks so nice. Like from the top, look from the top at the shape of this thing, how it looks, because here you have those tunnels that 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 you know air goes through. So from the top, this in my opinion looks amazing. Like those lines, and it comes back to the end, and I just like that livery. I like it so much, and it has a lot of little quirks. If you watch Random Call Science channel, you probably know what this is about. If you change relative to torque, is better. There is, for example, 4AG best engine, and of course on the wheel, do not, you know, mm, don't step here or don't press here. So here we have gaming masters should learn how to drive instead. Uh, and I really like that design. I also remember doing this. It was such a pain in the ass. I'm gonna actually show you. Doing this thing. I'm gonna actually show you that. I have a screenshot of that as I was doing delivery, and I had a problem with that because I had to like do so many things manually. Do I have a photo of it? Yes, here. I don't know if you're gonna see that on the stream, but it was so like with hard edges because I fucked something up and I couldn't go back, so I had to manually round it off, you know, and I had to all manually do it like that with a paintbrush. I mean, you know, not with a paintbrush, of course, with other tools, but I had to do that manually. But it was worth it because the end result is, in my opinion, absolutely stunning. I love that livery. And of course, we had a livery from Spa 24. Do I have the photos of that? For sure, I have. Yep, our Spa 24 livery. The first, like the first proper sim grid Spa 24 that was in first season of World Cup. So that was the delivery we made for that. Again, like I don't necessarily like dark liveries, but this one it just looked nice in dark. This is not mine, uh, but but the AMG that I did here, I just absolutely loved it. Also because of this light right here, the auxiliary light at the top, which on the broadcast in the night, like you couldn't see the car. The car was black, pitch black, and there was that light at the top, and it got named a Teletubby car. But it that pattern looks absolutely stunning. And yes, it has Barilla logo on it. Because it just looks nice. I mean, those are all like totally imaginary liveries, right? Like, I'm not part of any team. I'm not sponsored by anyone. Fanatec, wink, wink. uh, but yeah, those are totally imaginary liveries. But so like I just put Barilla on there, and of course like the livery wasn't on the broadcast. On the livery it was just a black car. Uh, but I did the livery anyway because it's just nice to have a car with your own livery. It looks nice in the replay, and you can show it off. Uh, do you think including some SPA24 our real logos or just stickers can be illegal, or it's good to include? Uh, I don't know. Why would it be? I don't know. Like this livery, only I got it, and of course I changed it, shared it with my teammates, and maybe we had it on the stream. I think we had it on the stream because Killian was streaming that race. I think I don't remember, or maybe no one was actually streaming that race from us. Uh, but anyway, it wasn't on the broadcast, so like it wasn't like the car on the broadcast was just like a normal car. Uh, and all the logos that are here, for example, for example, like I did a SPA24 logo, Simgrid SPA24, because it just looked cool, and no one had it. I just made one because it looks cool on the car. Uh, would including some SPA24 logos on the car. I don't know. Like if you want that livery to be on the broadcast, um, because now you can share liveries, right? With SimGrid at least. I don't know. You would have to ask someone. Uh, anyway, I mean now I'm not in charge of like livery stuff uh, because now our team that was JLo team, which was totally random team, and got converted into Sidemax. I mean, not converted into Sidemax, just because few of our teammates are Sidemax drivers. Uh, we are like Sidemax entry, while previously it was a JLo team. So like the entry is to the JLo team, but we drive under Sidemax name as a Sidemax team, right? But anyway, this is our car, and it's just normal Sidemax livery. Uh, uh, with rainbow wing. Although that wing looks so cool because like you know how normally rainbow looks like on like F1 cars. Uh, so for example, rainbow on a halo of I don't remember which team had rainbow on halo, or McLaren's had those stripes in different colors. But this is like gradual gradient between colors, and it literally looks like it's RGB. It's an RGB rear wing. Uh, anyway, let's get back to the Porsche. So I was thinking about some lighter colors like this. Like it actually looked cool with combination of like this, or maybe just like this. I don't know, just a thought, or maybe the other way around. So this is like this, and then the rest is like baby blue, and the combination also looks nice. Uh, although I would want the front to be blue, so I would go for like here this in red. Like this just looked cool as well, but like I already had a pink livery, so I want a blue one. I just want a blue livery. I mean, this already looked nice, but I was also thinking about mixing it up even more. Um, Okay, maybe this green is really over the top. So why it's matte? It shouldn't be matte. It should be glossy. So let me play with it. Because this is too light, surely. What if I make the rest black? Oh, kinda. Nah, we're sticking with those rims. This is the way to go, those rims. Which one? Guys, you need, like, if you say something like that livery, be specific, because I have such a delay on the chat and I'm going through those liveries that I don't really know which one. The blue one? I mean this one. It's nice. I mean, like I would go with this one and just modify this one even more. But I don't know. I was just thinking about mixing it up even more with some even more weird color combinations. But I also wanted it to be black. Yeah, no, like this livery is absolutely fine and POG a bit. So why is Hunsford gold? It should be platinum as well. Gloves. Uh, I was just like, why the hell is it platinum? And I haven't saved it. Amazing. Anyway, no, yellow, purple, and green are shit. I can just like, without even applying them on the car, I can read out yellow, purple, and green, and I just know it won't work. And I know it because I saw it yesterday, lapping you. It just doesn't look good, mate. Hello, Epic Sim Racing. I'm doing really well. I know I can mix it up in Gimp. But like first I don't want to mix it up later. I want to like get a vision right now in my head and then just go with it, you know? And I just liked how this color looks like. And the combination with 503 is nice. And I would like to have 503 in the livery. Uh, but then again, like if you look at this part of the car, it looks nice. But then again, you go to the front, and it's suddenly in completely different style because this is all like structured, geometrical, and nice rectangles. And then you go here, and it's all like blobby, and then you have those red accent lines that don't really fit with the rest of the design, right? So, for example, uh, what I did with this livery, that was single color, so it wasn't like there's too much of the second color and there's too little of the second color. So I made it one color because I actually like how usually they turned out. I just like that color. Shut up. uh, so what I did, for example, I'm gonna show you. I think I'm gonna also fix that on the roof here. But what I did with on the hood, I made those bigger, and they are like more in line with the rest of the design. They're just like they have more mass into them, you know. Same here. Okay, I'm just gonna start maybe with this one. Uh, I mean, those colors I'm gonna have to paint myself anyway. So let's stick with this one. So this is the new livery. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm gonna close things that I don't need to have open. Uh, so this I'll need for liveries and customs, but I can. Oh my god. Anyway, uh, that was just Aris roasting me. um, okay, cars. So the new car is this one, and this is the new car. So we go into the car JSON file, and I'm gonna change custom skin name to Hunspot Custom Racing 911. Ima the disconnect something something something, which is the name of the folder where the livery is stored, and I'm gonna extend it by AOR because that's the version of this livery that's gonna be used for AOR. I'm gonna save it. Now that it's saved, let's go back here. A custom folder in liveries should be created. So this is a folder with all your liveries. Of course, most of them are just empty without uh, any PNG files there, because that's just how game works. It downloads every like folder for a car that has a custom livery that is on the server that you joined, but it doesn't, of course, download any PNG files. Those you have to have on your own. But anyway, in that folder, yeah, probably after all those months after the feature was in the game, everyone has like shit tons of liveries in here probably. But here are mine. Is there a new folder already? Probably no, because I'm actually looking at that photo, so it wasn't created. Let me actually refresh that. It is there, yeah. So Huntbot Custom Racing, Ima Disconnect AOR. So this is the one that we're gonna use. And we have decals JSON and sponsor JSON, and we need to do PNG files for them. Okay. So to make life easier, I can use some files that I've already used because I have many liveries. So to not start from the scratch, I'm gonna use like PNG files that I already have. So I'm gonna use, for example, the folder that I had for yellow one, or maybe blue one. And here I have Gimp file. So let's open Gimp. No, because like I don't have those liveries. Everyone has them. You can go into your folder. It's also gonna be covered with all of that because game downloads creates those folders automatically. It doesn't download anything from the server, but it creates automatically the folder where it would store a livery if you had one, you know. So like it creates the folder that it would search for a PNG file there, but it doesn't download any livery. The game does that automatically. Those folders are being automatically downloaded by a game if you join a server where someone has a livery. So if I join with a livery and someone doesn't have them, they're gonna have this folder that I just created downloaded, but without a livery. So you're gonna have all those folders that are there for like literally all the liveries that you stand up that you came across online, even though you didn't have them, right? And then only some, of course, have the livery. I don't have that many liveries. I mean, like I have only, to be honest, my liveries, so that's very, very rare to have a competitor livery. Maybe sometimes there's one or two if I have my friend's livery or something like that and we're racing together. Anyway, okay. So those are like carbon parts, and I'm gonna use them because carbon. So here we have already like templates and everything was already done. There are some other shit like this because that was used for actually this one. This is the one that I'm gonna use, but we can cover that. Since it's already here, I'm gonna maybe use it because this is literally a template, like like Gimp template, like for a pin uh, for the XCF file, like a template of the in-game template. So I'm gonna use it to like later paint it blue and modify it to get a custom looking pattern that's on the car, and then I'm gonna maybe modify the shape of it somewhat and add some details to it. Anyway, but those are like custom things. So let's export it to the same to that folder AOR, and let's call it decals PNG. Export. How that's called in English, I don't remember, but check that and export. Interpolation, I think, something like that, or interpolation. And now we should have a car. Okay, it doesn't. Great. Maybe I need to also add. Let me see. Maybe I need to add sponsors as well. Export. I think I need to export both. Oh wait, fuck. I may possibly exported the wrong livery. Yeah, why the fuck I changed the livery on the technical difficulties? I thought this is the newest. Okay, guys. That can be fixed. I thought that the newest car that's gonna be right here is gonna be the correct one. Blue. It should work, shouldn't it? Okay, it's back to normal. And so this livery, edit. I'm gonna change the color to 5, so I just know which one it is. So second color is the red 5 to 3. So now this is the one, AOR. Because I was messing with the things, and this one wasn't the newest one. Okay, now it's broken because why is it broken? It shouldn't be broken. Like why it's like miss. I don't actually get that. Because for whatever reason, some parts are not where they should be, but only some. That needs to be a problem with the sponsor layer. I'm almost sure of it. Anyway, so again, let's open sponsors in this. So we have one decals that's gonna be underneath, and sponsors up top. And this I'll also export as sponsors. It should fix that. I know sometimes it's messed up. No, it doesn't. Why? Lol. Now it's gonna work. Now I'm almost certain this is gonna work. Nightbot suddenly is alive. Now this is gonna be good. Yes. Okay. It was a bit messy. I was a bit confused. I got a bit confused, but now at least we have a basic livery, right? So this is done, and now we have this. Anyway, now everything is fixed. So we have a decals layer, a sponsors layer, and we're gonna play with that. I'm gonna play with that. I mean, disclaimer: I'm not professional at it. But it's all fine. They are now separated. Anyway, and now I can mess maybe with colors. Or maybe even before that, I'm gonna change the layer that's underneath, and the bottom layer, I'm gonna make satin. So the bottom layer that's satin is decals. So no, this one we don't need. So we are here, right? Yes. So decals, and what was the formula for satin? 0.3.31. something like that. Well, definitely somewhat satin now. I don't know if that's the correct satin. But anyway, on this layer we have those things right here. So those are those little bits where the headlights are. The slip on the front, that's gray. Some parts of mirrors. The parts on the rear deck lid. So those things. Is the wing carbon? No, it's actually carbon from the get-go, from the in-game. That's nice. And also, so this is the rear deck lid, and also the side says a bit. I know it has light blue one because I exported there this file. This is the light blue that goes there. But I'm gonna change this completely. Like I'm just gonna use it as a base if I need some stuff in there. But now I'm gonna modify this completely. Artellini. Not really. I mean, probably no matter what I'm gonna do today, like the end result isn't gonna be amazing. Let's be honest. Let's not kid ourselves. Uh, okay, but I want to get my hands on this. This is gonna be useful. And because that's the design that I'm gonna be modifying. Okay, so the base roughness 0.45. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna change. 0.45. And that should change it a bit. Yeah, okay. So this is satin. So the carbon is also gonna be satin. I mean, like ultimately, I would like to have 3 layers because there's gonna be satin layer for the satin white that's here, the glossy layer for the glossy stuff and sponsors, and then I would like to have like metal, like sometimes the carbon works well with like some metallic flake to it, like only some. Sometimes it works, but of course we have 2 layers, so we can easily integrate carbon into like the satin layer, and it's gonna work well as well. Just how it does right now, doesn't look out of place, and that's the carbon. And don't ask me how I did carbon because that was like I made a big sheet that's like the size of the template in Gimp. I made the whole like huge. I made a huge carbon sheet that if I need, I can just use. And then I can just take it to whatever livery, move it there, and cut out the things that I want to leave and just clear it, right? But I have like this monstrous huge layer of carbon that I made. And it's obviously ugly and it has like some weird edges. And it's not beautiful, but it does the job and it looks certainly a lot better than just satin, like satin gray. Although, you know, watching that on 360p, that's probably not really an issue, right? uh, so anyway, like I said, I did those modifications like right here and right here when it was blue, like this. So it looks a lot better, and also I changed like the stuff right here, right? So that stuff that was like really straight, I added those things, and those things are those stuff right here. And of course I can change the color of them, and maybe I'll add a bit more. That's what I was saying about that shortening the front overhang just a little bit. This stream is already like an hour, and I haven't done a thing. Yeah, it's been an hour. Holy shit. Okay, let me do it. Um, Again, I don't know why. I'm just constantly going back to it, and I want to, I don't know, do it like that. I don't know why. And then this, but then again, I would like the front with that color. Ah, it's difficult to decide. That's also interesting. But then it doesn't work really with the front. Like the front needs a white stuff right here, and then this to be darker, right? So if I would do it the other way around, it would probably work a lot better. Yeah, just slightly bit. Yeah, because you know why it looks better today? Because it's 20 FPS. Yes, it's 20 FPS, and I upped the bitrate a bit, and like I tested last time, it's only 360p. So because the image is kind of static, I could actually maybe even stream it in 480p today because the image is static. But last time the 360p was looking great. So it's only 360p, and it's 20 FPS, and I upped the bitrate a bit. So I'm getting some lost frames, but at least the bitrate is better. So actually, let me check myself how that looks like. I want to see by myself. Just give me a moment. Wait, this doesn't look that bad. Oh, no, this is bad. I know. I just wanted it white here. Uh, I don't know why I'm changing it. Like it looks just fine, and for some reason I'm still playing with it. Uh, Even though there's no need to. Hello everyone. Gimp VR. Oh yeah, it actually doesn't look that bad. I mean, 20 FPS when I'm moving the camera is really well. It's interesting, but it doesn't look that bad. Especially if like the image is static and it's not moving around. It doesn't look that bad. But then if I go into the GIMP, I absolutely can't see shit because it's so small. Uh, I mean, yeah. Now this image was on the screen for a bit, so it got better probably. But if I start moving it, it's gonna be worse again. Uh, I shouldn't be able to stream anyway, so it's still decent. I think I think I am 21. I think I'm 21. I'm not sure, but I think I'm 21. Yes, I'm 21. I don't know why. I don't know why I wanted to say I think at the start of that sentence. I think I'm 21. Uh, no, that black just doesn't look good. Need to be this one. But then if I want to integrate it with some lighter color, it also doesn't work. It just works with 503. I mean, every single time, 503 will just look great. Um, it doesn't look that bad though, but it probably looks bad when it's low quality. And I'm almost sure that if I'm gonna pick this car, come on, pick it, confirm. If I'm gonna go on the track, the contrast of that color is gonna be so big that you cannot spot it on top of the car. I am sure, I know that. Come on.
Green light. Give us
Yeah,
a
it's light. It's like almost white. So anyway, in garage you can those colors are way more distinguishable, right? Yeah, okay. Now I at least don't know that I should absolutely stop looking at that color, because you can't see it. Like in the probably even on stream you can't see it really, and it looks bad. But for me on my screen at least, I know I can see it nicely. But anyway, let's go back to 507, which is baby blue. Maybe let's keep it one color. Uh, then again, two-tone is nice. How about this being a bit darker? Nah, too dark. Uh, by the way, what's the difference between those two? It's not much. 5 to 9 seems to be a bit darker. But 507 is like proper baby blue. It's just a tiny bit different. It's nicer. Also, guys, what to do with this area here? Because we need to put something in here. And I know the first one is Pog. I mean, no, okay, not this one. Why didn't I save it? 518 here, 507 here. No, the other way around. 507 here, 518 here. This is Pog. Okay, let's just go with that. Come on. I'm changing my mind too much, and I shouldn't. Like this is contrasty enough to make it work. Also on the white stuff, I'm gonna add a lot more so that white stuff isn't that apparent. It's also satin, so there's a bit of contrast in that. What if I'm gonna do like 22? Yeah, let's go with 22. There's gonna be a bit more contrast again, and white sponsors are gonna be more. Are just gonna look nicer on top of it. So yeah, satin 22. So anyway, what I wanted to change was a bit on that bit on the roof. I wanted to give it a bit more structure as well. And I don't know about that Thrustmaster logo. Like I'm not sure about it because it's so big and it seems like a Thrustmaster car. I was about to ask again, guys, what do you think I should put in here? Because what we did for what we did for charity race, of course, there was the brain to more charity, so it was an obvious choice to put it there, right? Uh, and it just suited the car. Also, this car had carbon on the bottom here, and this one, I don't know. I'm gonna leave it without carbon, the same as I did with the yellow one. Although the red one had carbon. By the way, about that carbon that I already did myself long time ago, and that GT3R logo that's here. For example, this is the in-game one, and this is for comparison which I did with it. There's like this is uninterrupted horizontal line, And the same here, there's a horizontal line that continues. The GT3R is a nice touch that it's a bit lower, how it's on many cars. And again, it gives here the car those vertical lines that make it look wider. And here it looks nicer when it's wider. But then again, on contrary, I don't want those vertical lines to be here because then they make the overhang longer, right? So I'm gonna try to get rid of that in the same way I did here. Nah, nah. If we wanted memes on the car, it needs to be subtle, you know, like it was with the McLaren. Like McLaren had memes on it, but it was subtle. Like there was that if you change relative to torque is better. If you know random call sign channel, if you follow it, you're gonna know what it's about. And you know, for AGE best engine, gaming master should learn how to drive. So like those subtle Easter eggs like that, we can include in there if I have a will to even do that, and if I want. But apart from that, like delivery looks amazing, and it feels like those little details are like details that would be there, right, on a race car. And you know, some hook arrows, they all add up to make delivery complete. You know, all those little details and sponsors that you add to the car, and they really make delivery. So it's gonna be the same with this one. So we're gonna add some, like it's like right here, for example, GT3R, do not step here. Well, we can change do not step here for something else. Add some other sponsors. I was also thinking about something that when I was driving in the first season of AOR, well, it wasn't the first season of AOR, but it was the first season I did in AOR. That was season 4. And Valentin in FTW Racing did that livery for us. And I was thinking about also using that pattern with those accents here, and also on the sill and on the back. Although that version, that's the later version of the livery, has that line on the back is like straight. And I would like to maybe check how it was done on the first version of that livery. I think that would be on this one. How it like wrapped around the how it wrapped around around the exhaust. That was done really, really nicely. Also, like this livery is just mental. This livery is just mental. I think I didn't drive in that car. That's just the livery I got from the like pack of liveries that they gave me. So like there are all their liveries with their names on the cars. I don't use them, of course. And then I had my own car with my name. And that was like the normal blue-white livery. And they had some liveries for the, I know that's the new one. And they had some liveries for endurance races that they did together, like the special versions of them, you know. So that was the first special version. That was like with some light blue accents, and then that was even more colorful, like with some purple and orange. Yeah, I still love those. Hi, Lucky, by the way. Hi, Luca. I still love those the most. I don't know if that's maybe because like they were the first liveries, and those were like the first liveries that I saw for the Porsche, and I immediately fell in love with them. And also, you know, that was the first like the proper livery I was driving with you guys for that season of AOR. So I still have like a soft spot for this one. Like then the new one for the second season, and also the one that we I think used in I think that was Sprint Cup in same grid. Like probably this livery for many will look a lot better, and it's, you know, more modern and it's nicer. It has like many different layers with satin and glossy, and it's really, really nice. but I still have like a soft spot for this one, even though it's not like as well thought out, maybe, and it's not as detailed, but it's just mental and I love it. But that's just Valentine who can come up with all those things. Like I can't do a liveries that have like crazy patterns, but they still work. I just can't. And this is just how he makes them. There are all those different patterns and lines, but they work. And I don't know how to do that. So I just stick to mine, which is like very simple. Like using the in-game livery without anything. Like for example, even this livery that's mine. It's really simple. There's nothing going on. Then there's just that martini pattern on top, and then on the side there's nothing apart from sponsored and those colored lines that I did. And they're also really simple. There's one down the side, there's one here, and there's a touch here, and that's all. And the whole car is quite colorful because of those martini stripes, and those colors are also, you know, they are flowing. They have like, there's a lot of movement into that. There's so many viewers today. Hello guys, everyone. That's amazing. I'm not even driving. Okay. So we settled that this is POG color combination, and it looks nice on the track. So let's go with it. And I already did that carbon on the front, but let's just modify it a little bit more. Yeah, it looks nice.
Green light, go, go, go.
It looks POG. Yeah, we're gonna modify it a bit. So what I want to do with it is, it would be similar to what I did for the charity event car. So you can see here that there's that pink stuff that has like a pattern to it, and then like the whole like main pattern is covered with that pattern, if you know what I mean, right? So I want to do the same with this one, to like, and but I still don't know what. Paul Ricard car. Yes, it kinda is Paul Ricard car if you think about it. I mean, this is a nice color combination. It just works. 503 works every single time. I mean, how good does this work? Baby blue with 503 GT3R logo, which is, by the way, so bad. Like it's just bad quality. But that's because I resized it so many times and I made it really poorly, and I changed the color of it, and I don't know how to properly do it. So it still looks good. But anyway, that color combination just works. So let's just stick with that baby blue. And also, guys, what should I put here? Like we did for the charity event. I'm switching teams. Like here, the brain tumor charity just works here. I mean, that it was mandatory for delivery to have that in there. That was like what was mandatory to be on delivery. So it can be shown on the broadcast during the broadcast of that charity race. Of course, we had the brain tumor charity on every single car had to have their logo on the car, and it just fit right in there and completed delivery. But when it's without one, it's a bit, empty in here. I think that pattern overall is, I think here it follows a bit how Rover Racing livery is made. Maybe like the earlier version of it from like 2019. Where's Rover? Rover. No, it looked the same back then. So anyway, it's like a Rover livery, almost the same. Oh, my mom is calling me. Give me a second, guys. Okay, I'm back. Uh, tell your mom hi from the chat. Too late. The delay is so huge that it's too late. Ah, sorry. Okay, Mobile One logo. I don't know. Maybe it could work. Who knows? I mean, if it doesn't fit, we can always do like something that was here with the rover. We can modify the rest just a bit so it fits. And we can also take inspiration from other liveries. So, for example, like I told you, like the dynamic motorsport, there is that front end made here. Just with the lines, they're visually making the front overhang shorter, and it just looks nicer. That car, when you look at it, it has like really short front overhang, right? And it like kind of fits it. It looks nice with it. And then if you look at that livery that we had for a charity event, for example, which I almost always never liked, because of that red stuff here, and those horizontal lines right here, it's like extended so much and it's so long and it looks weird. So I would like to get rid of that, which partly I already did by making this satin gray and making more horizontal lines right here. But I may even add one more like lip around it. I may even add some more 503 accents. Blue Fox Racing. Picasso at work. Hi, Nico. Okay. I wanted to change on the roof this stuff, right? So where is the thing where I added the colors? I mean, what a great job by me, but not by not uh, putting those stuff in the categories. So now it's a total mess, and I don't remember where is what. So this is the pink stuff. We're gonna use that later. Yellow stuff. Oh, okay, this is this. Amazing. And also, I want to change the size of it. So it's gonna be this, and I can move like no, not this one. Also not this one. Uh, how did I do that? Um, I'm almost sure you were able to do that. Oh no, you're still able to do that. Never mind. There it is. I'm probably doing that incorrectly, and there are some other things, but I don't know. I'm just skipping to the basics that I know. Like I'm a noob at it. I'm really noob at it. BWT, it is blue. Yeah, it could work. It could work. You're right. Okay, so stuff at the top. So I want to, like I said, add a bit more structure and like heft into it. So do the same like I did here compared to the stock livery that's like really simple and has a lot of lines that are really tiny. So I'll add like I'll do the similar thing as I did here. I'm just gonna like add that color to it a bit right here. So it's gonna go like I don't know. Let's just try uh, like something like this. By the way, I literally forgot how to do certain stuff. And now I also don't really know the vocabulary to tell you what I'm looking for. It's not this one. It's also not this one. That's this. I messed something up here. It looked differently. Guys, bear with me here. Actually, give me a second. Just give me a second. Maybe. Nah, can't be. I need to get some water. Guys, something is broken. I don't know. I think I changed some setting, and I don't know where to find a very simple basic thing. And when I want to turn it on, it's like I can't find it. I don't know. Is it a bug or something? Because I'm streaming on a, or maybe I have two screens at once, and that window disappeared. Bug. Why was that off? Fuck's sake. Okay, guys, back. I don't know why I couldn't find this thing. Fuck my life. Ah, why oh why? But anyway, so I would like to add to the roof some of those stuff up top. And yeah, let's say they're gonna go to like up to this point, and maybe up to this line. It cuts through this line, or something like that. And I'll just make it blue. I don't know. Let's just see. I was just confused. I couldn't find some tool in Gimp, so I had to go and check some Gimp settings. I don't know why it got hidden, and I like literally didn't know where to look for it. But it's back, so don't worry. Wow. Okay. It looks a bit weird, but because of this this stuff right here, I'm mm, gonna fix that in a sec. But there's just a bit more color, and it looks decent in my opinion. Or maybe I can even do it so like it goes up to that point right there, all the way there, which would be, I don't know, somewhere around there. I don't know, somewhere there. And like I'm probably doing that stuff really, really wrong, but whoops. Oh fuck. That was to be expected. That was always gonna happen. That I forget to disable the like the template in Gimp. Oh, wrong, wrong tool. Also, why it's not 100%? Probably now that's gonna be the boring part. And to be honest, it doesn't look as good as I thought it would. Although that when it's a single line, it doesn't look that good either. So there are probably way, like many better methods of doing that. Okay, that's totally in the wrong place. I'm not beating it. It's just that my headset that's put on the desk as well is really close to my keyboard, so you can probably hear it. Also, the the sensitivity of it needs to be high, so you can actually hear what I'm saying. Okay, so yes, we established that when it goes that far, and when it's like only one only like one shape, one white triangle, it doesn't look that good anymore. It doesn't look that bad. I think we can go somewhere of a middle ground where it was, I don't know, right here. Yeah, that wasn't that bad. Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's more interesting. I just don't like how it's very simple line. It's like too small to really be a part of design. It doesn't fit within like the rear, because the rear is like there are big, like big parts. Okay, it's better with the line in your opinion. I don't know. I'm gonna do it on both sides. Oops. Um, I just wanted to fix that roof. I want to see how it will look like, and then I'm gonna add some accents. I mean, then I'm gonna change the whole blue thing into something more interesting. Or I think I didn't finish saying that. Like, look at how, for example, that livery that we have on the Aston, the Silmax livery is done. So like it has that black pattern, for example, right? So the black stuff has like that pattern to it, and it looks cool. Really really cool. I think it's like 2 layers. It has to be 2 layers. So I was thinking about making something like that. I mean, not this pattern exactly, but something like that, either uh, with blue stuff, or something with the white stuff. I don't know how that would work. Why is this suddenly smaller or something? Okay, maybe it was like moved like that. I think now it looks better in stock. I like it better, so I'm gonna stick with that. Also, do I have copied that? No, I didn't. So I need to copy this. Oh my god. um, oh, Jesus! I should have done that earlier because that's aligned better. Well, that's a fail. Anyway, I, I'm gonna try to align it properly. Okay, so it needs to be moved a bit back, a bit back. Okay, that's way too much to debug. Lol. Now that's the boring stuff. Probably not not being good at it doesn't help. And now it's not enough to debug. Oh, it probably could be actually to this move to the side. Yeah, it could be moved down. Someone gave it to me. This is such a professional job work right here. Okay, this is now kind of aligned. Okay, now that we know it's kind of aligned, now we can pick the stuff that we want and do it with that pattern. But now, what pattern do I actually want? I mean, I could always go with like the same pattern that I had here, which is actually a cool pattern, and see how it's gonna work with like different accents. Yeah, I'm gonna do that actually. Just blue. Now, do I go with single blue or double blue? Like, do I go for all baby blue, which is also nice? I mean, it doesn't look that bad. It could be both darker blue. It could be even darker blue, but it doesn't look that cool anymore. Those colors right here, for example, let's say 44, the most cursed number there is. Nah, it doesn't look that good. It's not. It's like it's not dark, but it's not baby blue anymore. So let's stick to that baby blue. It just looks nice. So I'm gonna stick with that. Do the pattern maybe. Let's not do it two colors. Let's maybe do it one color. But then I'm gonna add more 503 accents. Double, you mean? I don't know. I mean, to be honest, it works, but it's gonna be a pain in the ass to do. Anyway, let's do it. What was the way I was doing it? I don't remember. Oh, I think I can try to take the stuff that I had. Let me actually. I don't think I have a PNG file of that, but no, I don't have the XCF file of that, but I have a PNG of that, so we can use PNG. Yeah, it's here, so we can. Well, it's not gonna be the best because we're gonna have to separate it from. It's gonna be a pain in the ass because I forgot to save the XCF of this. Oh, mate, it's gonna be a pain. Okay. What if I'm gonna? Well, it's probably gonna. Yeah, it's gonna probably make. Uh, It's gonna just probably break the whole game. How I can separate it from the black stuff? I mean, I can always. I don't want to do it manually, for fuck's sake. Also, this thing at the bottom, I have it covered in. I'm such a gong because I haven't saved it in normal file. I have only PNG, and I don't remember how to do it again. But I can use it. It's just that on the rear, this thing here will be covered unless I can just add carbon fiber like it was right here and just hope it's gonna work, which could be also the case. It could work. Mm, so I'll do that. um, no, although no, because if I'm gonna, how was I doing it? I think it was like this, but I was changing the color. Yeah, but now I need to play with what color is actually where, because I don't know. Like for me, those are like some arbitrary sliders that I don't really know what they actually mean. But by try and error, we can get to that blue that I want. There it is. Um, yep. Uh, but then if I add uh, brightness to it, then oh, that's okay. If I add saturations to it, then the carbon fiber goes red, which is interesting. Uh, I don't know. Let's see it. Gonna probably break the whole thing. Uh, okay, it's even slotted into correct place. It's gonna work. It's gonna look weird, and I think because this is on top and it's also glossy, it's gonna look totally different. So I'm gonna have to play with it more. Like it's gonna be totally broken now, kind of, and it's definitely not what I wanted because it has too much contrast. It's not as subtle as it was. Like I don't know, here it was just a tiny bit more subtle, and I think it's because this on this livery it was satin, uh, and but now I want the white to be satin. Then again, I could use that pattern and maybe do the stuff that's white with this pattern. Does it really work when it's blue? I mean, it's still nice. Uh, it looks weird because like it got on top of some stuff that it shouldn't, and it's not fully as it's supposed to be. I want to just launch the game to see how it looks on the track. The, it looks like marble, a bit, yeah.
Green light. Give it all you can.
Holy fuck, it's so light. Why though? So the in-game baby blue. Yeah, the in-game baby blue. I'm gonna try something else. Oh my god, this is gonna be so much work. I'm gonna maybe try to get that pattern that's right here, but onto the white stuff, and leave the and leave the rest like how it's supposed to be. So let's move UV here. Okay. Now what parts are gonna be white? Okay. I mean, it's gonna be really a lot of work. But yeah, let me just do a quick test. On this, I think yes, 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 yes. Um, yes, yes, but this I think doesn't include it. Like this. This, I don't know, some random white. What? Why? Fuck. Um, no, it's not gonna be that pain of trying to. Okay, it kind of works actually. Did it actually cover the whole thing? Almost. I guess it's not that useless after all, that tool. Okay. Now this. Is it gonna work? That's the idea of the deck. It's gonna probably look bad, but you know, you need to experiment to know if it's gonna work. Holy fuck. Oh no! Okay, I covered too much. But at least some stuff that's supposed to be white is white. But a bit too much. Anyway, now that I did that, or maybe actually no. I mean, first I would need to, I don't know. Again, I don't have that design anymore, so like I have only a PNG to work with. But I need like this part that's on the back maybe, and I don't know what else, but like wrong button, wrong tool. That's also wrong button. Wrong tool. I don't know. Maybe just pick this part and clone it. I don't know if it's even gonna work. It's probably gonna be really bad looking. I don't even know what I'm doing. Ah, fuck. Wait. Why? Just go away. Will it be enough to cover the whole thing? It needs to be enough. Wait, I'm doing that in the wrong order. I should be moving it up. Can I misalign it so it looks a bit better? It won't really help. Okay, this is now big enough. Okay, now this stuff. Make it white. So colors. What was that? This and really light. To be honest, no. I first I need to make it maybe by increasing this thing. Holy. uh, oh no! First, I'm gonna. How can I make it? like this, and now not this exposition. Maybe different contrast. Okay, and now I can finally move to this, and now okay, are there any? There was a spotlight. Be a pain, and also I don't remember. I think that was kind of covering. It was kind of covering it all. Okay, and now I can. I mean, okay, if we're already here, we can even go to that. Believe me, guys, this is gonna work. It's gonna be probably misaligned a bit, but it's gonna give us an idea of how it looks like. Oh fuck. Okay, that's misaligned a bit too much to tell. That's actually bugging out, or maybe that's just misaligned. Uh, yeah, I guess that was just misaligned. So it could be moved really on the bottom. It should be. Even below sponsors, below everything, below design. I mean, it shouldn't be even there. It should be in here. So the fuck am I even talking about? because I want it to be satin. And this here, I don't really need it. This is gonna be colored. Okay, it covered too much, but yeah, it looks a bit shit. It was better just with white. I mean, apart from those things that I should. It looks bad. And if it would be made lighter, you probably couldn't see it because the pattern wouldn't be really there. Okay, so at least now I know that it won't work. Fuck. Delete. Delete. But the blue stuff was not that bad. But that also delete. That. Okay, and the blue stuff. Let me play maybe with the blue stuff. Let me make it. Let's make it. I don't know. Be less contrast. I'm just thinking how to make that pattern that is there like a bit less subtle. To make the things that pop out be like more muted, but yet to keep that saturation in the color. Uh, okay. And now we've got color. Okay, it could be actually even more saturated. Let's see. It could be more saturated. There are no carbon accents yet. Or if they are, I'm gonna like delete them. Uh, to be honest, like I don't know. Like the more I look at it, the more I just like the stock livery. Or maybe let's say stock in this form. Because like now I'm not looking at the details, they're gonna be changed. I'm looking like at the core look, and like I'm wondering if I really actually like it, or maybe not. uh, I think it goes too much into purple. uh, but now like in which side is less purple? Is less purple? Did it even change? Oh, only now it changes. Okay, now it kind of changed. Okay, let's see. It's weird, but it's tiring. It also takes so long because it's such a big file now. It's so messy and delivery probably. Okay. Okay, now it is okay. Now it makes sense when there's no of that weird purple shit. Anyway, you were saying about BTW logo. Could it actually work? Maybe it could actually work. Um, just let me find one that's really, really nice. I'm looking for it. So I guess it would go here. Need to scale it down a bit, even more, like this. Turn it around a bit and move it. I don't know. I think that's actually this the number is gonna cover it. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe it's gonna work. I just look at that professional work here. That's so professional. And it still looks shit. I don't know, I kind of did the live stream, but to be honest, like, I'm not having a good day doing that. Like, I'm not saying I'm not enjoying myself, it's just, okay, that could be bigger. But anyway, at least, like, there is that logo and it covers that big white hole that's right there, and it doesn't look that bad. It could be made bigger and go into that. Uh, it could be actually extended, but I don't want to extend it because then aligning those letters would be pain in the ass. I remember trying to align sparkle here. Oh my god. That was such a pain, and you can still see that, of course, it's not correct. I think when I was doing it, I started with this side. I just made sure that if that C at least isn't on the other side. Uh, I don't know, like I wanted to do something nice with delivery, but so far I like don't have many ideas. I had some ideas, but then I tried few things, and I was Paint Master Kurzbalmachi. Not today, not today. Today is just today is like a disappointment and pain of liveries. What if I would do that satin? Let's try that. So let's make this glossy, and here let's hide that, and move it to here. And of course this is satin. So now we should get it in looking like on the charity livery. Now it should be in now that should look similar. And oh my god. Okay, it's interesting. Yeah, yeah. For some reason, it suits like the satin paint suits those kind of flake patterny like stuff. I think it was the same with AMG. Again, wrong button. I think it was the same with AMG that this stuff right here was kind of satin, this pattern. Do I have the black version of it? I don't think I have black version of it anymore. But that pattern, it was more visible on the black one. It's also satin. Maybe that's where I made a mistake, and now it looks a bit better. Although maybe now it's too bright actually. Of course, still here it's really bad. Oh my god! Sorry. Now it's really messy. Yeah, yeah. Yesterday Greco's car was quite nice. My cars yesterday was also nice. Nah, but it's not that cool anymore because all those surfaces here. But then the problem with it is I know why didn't I really like it? Like it looked nice on the charity car and with that pink. It looked decent. But now I can see what's not really right for me. Like those surfaces here with satin paint are just a tiny bit too flat. Uh, I don't know when they're glossy, especially with that baby blue here. When they are glossy, it I don't know. They're some a bit just a bit more round, and they complement the shape of a 911 a tiny bit better. I mean, we can also do it just fuck it, the whole car baby blue. Let's call it a day. uh, it's so hard. I just can't make my mind up on what I actually want to do. I just know that I want a livery, and I want a simple livery, not to, not to fuck around with it to make like that 720S livery that I was doing. I was making it like entire week. Like imagine that stream that I did today. I did like 2 hours like that every day of the week for an entire week to make this livery. With all those weird decisions, changing colors, changing patterns, doing all those details. But it's absolutely amazing and I love it. That's probably, in my opinion, that's one of the best looking 720Ss in ACC. Of course, with my shit skill, it took entire week, right? Someone who actually knows how to use that's that graphics software probably could do that faster. But for me, it took me ages. But I absolutely love the final result. Uh, and here, it's like something doesn't click. There's something not right with it. Clear from everything. Nah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. I know. Like more sponsors, definitely. I'm gonna put a lot more like detailed sponsors, and like I said earlier somewhere, it like completely completes, well, completely completes. It completely changes the car, and it completes delivery. Yeah, I love those headlights. By the way, that's the screenshot I made with that. That looks so nice. Uh, it looks so nice. Um, I'll definitely add more sponsors. That's for sure. Because this is like a bit too simple. Um, let me let me just have a look. Let's keep it simple. I was trying some of that weird shit with different patterns and so on and so on. Let's just keep it simple. Let's go back to what it was at the beginning. Uh, so I'm gonna do the whole thing baby blue. So it's gonna be really light and nice. And this not glossy. This is going to satin. Um, or maybe I should keep it two colors. But if so, then the other way around. I don't know. I mean, those two colors also work, but the one color also works. Whoops. Yeah. So if I want to make the huge BTW logo, I'll probably need to, for fuck's sake, I hate that. Move it, misalign it. Oh, it's gonna be pain in the ass. I wasn't actually even thinking about doing that BTW logo. Kinda works. That will work every single time. Especially from the read, just the sponsors are made for black, for the white background, so it doesn't really work. What if I change it around? I know, but it would require like different kind of pink. Like, I don't know, this kind of pink. Wait, one? Maybe this is even too much. Just wait, four. Oh, come on, one. But I want to do something like more original, you know? I mean, that PWT doesn't really work for me. Like, someone just said it's blue, so it should fit. And it like kind of does, but on the other hand, you would you would like to see that on the pink car, right? But I don't want the pink car. Um, Jesus, the original was just decent and it worked. Like I made it like, okay, I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna do this, click, click, works, and leave it. And then I'm gonna maybe try to improve it. But like original was simple and it just works. So the entire 3 hours of sitting here and trying to improve it by changing it, the the more are like looking more and more like there's absolutely no point of changing it. Although I would like to hear at the sponsor like this, and then it fills the car. Oh, why it's such a pain in the ass? Wrong button. I'm gonna try something. I think that was here. Fuck. So much trouble just to test something. I don't actually. I don't remember if I need to separate them like that. Maybe I don't actually. Does it even work? I know. Okay. I just want to check something. Like that could help in any way. Yeah, it could. Yeah, unless I'm gonna. Oh fuck. Nice. That does have that effect that I wanted. It's not particularly like. Of course, here it needs to be nicely done. But I want to get like the overview of of the result that I would get, and I get that what I wanted. So yeah, no worries, man. I mean, I'm gonna end it anyway because like I spent literally 3 hours now uh, trying different sort of stuff, ultimately failing at it miserably, and I haven't actually done anything, right? Like we came from this to this, and BWT is not even a part of it, right? So I've done a roof that I think I want to keep. I've done the 503 on the bottom that I don't even know if I'm gonna keep, and I'm checking if this works. And the whole rest was already done here. It's all useless. Ah, damn guys. No, I'm not feeling it. I mean, no one is even watching that anymore because it's so boring. I don't know why I'm even streaming. Like, it was
Green
kinda,
light. Go, go, go.
maybe kinda interesting at the start, but now it's just, it doesn't even look that good. Like, the original was, I don't know, better. But the truth I want to keep, the truth is nice. But apart from that, man, the pink stuff here doesn't even work. Maybe on the front, but then you would like to continue that on the sides, but then there it also doesn't work really. I don't know, maybe I should complete that with the rear. Uh, well, there are, but you know, I wanted to do something myself. Uh, I don't know. I don't know, but that original was just simple and looked decent. I'm gonna maybe do something else to it. I'm gonna, I don't know, keep that roof, do something on the front, maybe add some sponsors, of course, change, I don't know, maybe the color of those two to be white so they pop out more. Uh, I don't know, I mean, that car doesn't need changing all that much. Um, I'm just tired a bit. So, and I'm frustrated with myself because I wanted to do something today with that livery. And I just like, I couldn't really decide what to actually do with it. So it turned out shit. Uh, I mean, the livery is still cool, but it turned out to be, you know, like as a live stream, not really anything special. It was really, really boring. So, uh, yeah. Unfortunately, if anyone was here for more than 3 hours, I'm sorry to break that down for you, but you wasted your life a bit here. I certainly did by trying to make it a good livery. But the original is already good, so why I was even trying? I don't know. Uh, Guys, I'm just gonna finish it right here because, yeah, that's it. I'm just too tired. I wanted to do something chill, and I spent 3 hours talking a bit about liveries, showing my old liveries that I made, but not doing one, and actually being confused with the game because I really was trying some weird stuff with those, with those patterns similar to what it was on the charity car, right? But it didn't really work. Uh, Not with the blue. So yeah, we're gonna see. Maybe another time. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll probably should skip to streaming some normal driving, right? And because doing those liveries, like sometimes when it goes well, it's like actually interesting to see, right? But today we've learned that if it doesn't go well, it's boring as fuck.